This is my 2015 Honda CRF110. It's been a long time since I've given an update, so I thought I'd give one this time. I think since the last time I made a video on this, I've powder coated the wheels. They're kind of a navy blue or a royal blue, whatever, with some yellow accents in there on the spokes. I've done an SKDA graphics kit. I believe it's like the 1995 or 97 kind of like Honda racing theme, and then a new seat cover, which I think this is the best seat cover on the market. A lot of my friends have seat covers on their bikes and they're just not that grippy. The ribs on the seat help a lot, but this one is actually, like, the material itself is grippy and holds you very well in addition to the ribs. The other thing that I've done, and it's gonna be hard to show, is I put a new carb on there, and you can't see the carb very well, but that carb is off of a CRF110, a Kawasaki, and I used to have this, the remnants of it are right there on my chair, but I used to have a BBR carb on there, and the BBR carb just had so many problems. It was a cheap Chinese carb. The float, the needle valve in the float would either just stop all the fuel or just let fuel leak by all the time. There was no like happy in between where when the bowl was full it would stop filling with fuel. So that's why I moved over to the KLX carb. The only thing about the KLX carb is that it's longer than the BBR carb. So if you can see here, the mounting point for the intake has been pushed forward about an inch, inch and a half, or inch and a quarter. So yeah, the way I figure I'm gonna fix that is between, and I don't know if I can show it again, but between the intake and the carb, there's a little spacer plate, and that spacer plate goes from, I think, 13 millimeter at the intake to 18 at the carb. And so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out that spacer plate, take off the intake and grind it out, so it matches the diameter of the carb, and just get rid of that spacer plate and see if it brings me any closer to that mounting bracket. And if I have to, I'll just modify the mounting bracket, you know, put some waller out these holes a little bit more to make the slots bigger so I can pull the bracket closer to the intake, and then also by removing the spacer bring the intake closer to the bracket. Other than that, I think the only thing I've done is a buddy of mine gave me this headlamp, and I think I'm going to get rid of it. It was one that when he had it, it didn't light up very bright, and it turns out it's got a bad LED board in it. So they gave him a warranty one that works way better, and this one just isn't that bright. I also don't do any night riding, and then as you can see, it started to, like, where it touches the brake cable here, it started to like break the housing or the sheathing apart. So I'll probably just get rid of that, clean it up a bit. But yeah, that's just the update on my CRF110. We'll go ahead and fire it up and see how she sounds. She barks, that's for sure. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this update. Like I said, there's a couple more updates to come with removing that headlamp, removing that spacer for the carb, and seeing if I just clean up the bike a little bit. So stay tuned for the next one, and hopefully you've noticed there's other dirt bikes in the background so we can make some more episodes. See you guys.